Hey Mompreneur, are you feeling overwhelmed by content creation? I totally get it. You have a million other things to do, and somehow your kids always know the best time to interrupt you is right when you start doing work. And by best time, I mean worst time. That's why I made the 1 month of Conversation Starters content calendar. It tells you exactly what to post so you can ditch the scramble and get back to what matters most. Your little home gremlins and your business. More time for you, more engagement for your business. Get your free 1 month of Conversation Starters content calendar today at sociallyyours.biz/content calendar.
Picture this. It's mid-December. You're juggling Christmas lists, holiday parties, gift wrapping, trying to make all those magical memories for your kids. And then over at the bottom of your to-do list, Instagram is just sitting there quietly like, don't forget about me. And you're over here being like, yeah, sure. Right after I finish this third cup of cold coffee and figure out where to hide that freaking elf tonight. If that's you, this is the episode for you. Because here's the thing, keeping your Instagram alive during the holidays does not have to feel like one more thing on your to-do list. You don't have to post every day. You don't have to create perfect reels. I'm going to talk about how you can show up in a way that is simple and still intentional and still effective. So stick around to learn exactly how to stay consistent on Instagram during the busiest season of the year without losing your ever-loving mind. I'm going to share the exact types of posts that are easy to create, that can still cut through the holiday noise and keep your audience engaged and connected. Welcome to the Mompreneur Mastery Podcast, where we share actionable Instagram strategies that fit into a busy mom schedule so that you can get more engagement, more leads, and more sales in less time. I'm Sydney O'Brien, an Instagram strategist who started my business with 3 kids under 5 and found a way to do it without sacrificing quality time with my family and only working 2 hours a day. I love helping other mom business owners find that seemingly impossible mom work-life balance instead of spending too much time creating content that isn't getting them the results they want. If you're an overwhelmed but very ambitious business owner and you want to strategize the heck out of your Instagram account so that you can save time and make more sales, you're in the right place. Now, before we dive in, a quick note, this is my final episode of the year. I will be back with fresh content in 2025, but until then, I hope you enjoyed this episode and have the most magical holiday season with your family. All right, first let's talk about why you should even bother with Instagram during the holidays, because I totally get it. You are super busy, like beyond busy. Especially if you're traveling or still planning traveling, planning dinners and presents and stockings and spirit weeks and all the things. And so your audience probably is too. They're stressed. They're scrolling past half the stuff they see. But guess what? They're still scrolling, whether it's standing in line at Target or hiding from their family chaos or procrastinating on gift wrapping. They're still online, and this is your chance to stay visible. Even if engagement feels a little quiet right now, consistency is key. When you keep showing up, even just a few times a week, you're still staying audiences' feeds and at the top of their minds. So that come January, when the chaos settles and people are ready to re-engage, guess who they will remember? You. And that is why the posts that I'm going to be sharing that you should create are more connection-based posts. It's going to be a bit of a breather from all of the sales content in people's feeds. Seems like a great time to foster that connection. And that is exactly what I have told the members in my memberships when they get their weekly post prompts, that the goal for this week is focusing on connection to give them that breather without overwhelming them and without overwhelming ourselves also. Because the holidays are hard for so many people, from stress, from overwhelm, loneliness, seasonal depression, family stuff. It can be a lot. So your post can be this just tiny little ray of sunshine, just like a quick little message or virtual hug that they really needed in someone's feed, reminding them that they're not alone and that they've got this. So it's not just good for business, it's good for connection and it's good for your audience. So let's talk about what you can post so you can stay consistent without overthinking it or losing your ever-loving mind. I'm going to break it into 3 types of posts that are super effective during this season and give a quick example of each. Each one serves a purpose, and when you mix them together, they can create a really powerful strategy for the chaotic season, for the mid-November to end of December timeframe. So the first one I want to talk about are personal posts. These are just quick relatable moments that gives your audience a glimpse into your day-to-day life, like little snapshots of the chaos or the joy or whatever it is that's going on, those moments that make you, you. They are short, they're sweet, and they are so easy to create. So an example for me, because my audience is mom business owners, I could do a quick post about trying to get my kids' Christmas list together and share a story about how my 4-year-old wants literally everything he's ever seen in every commercial. And when we got that Amazon mailer, the one with all the toy ideas on it, he circled every single one, and trying to get him to narrow that list down and find out what his favorites were was a traumatic experience for everyone. Or I could talk about how every time I suggest a gift option for the teenager in the house, she rolls her eyes. These posts get so many comments because people can relate. Personal posts are all about relatability and reminding your audience that you're a real person. It's just not a random bot behind a screen, not some huge, perfectly polished brand. People connect with people. Reminding them that you're a person with these short personal posts helps foster that connection. The second kind of posts I want you to share would be storytelling posts. Storytelling posts are a little bit different because they go deeper. So these are the posts where you take your audience on a journey. They have a beginning, a middle, and an end, and they usually share something meaningful, funny, or just a little messy. So let's say you want to share a holiday memory. You could write something like, every year I try to make Pinterest-worthy gingerbread houses with my kids. And every year we end up with lopsided disasters that look like they've survived an earthquake. But those messy memories, they're my favorite part of the holidays. It's a reminder that perfection isn't the goal, connection is. Storytelling posts are all about creating an emotional connection. It's kind of personal, but it connects back to your business. And most importantly, connects to your audience. It gives them something to hold on to, something that makes them feel inspired or comforted, or just a little bit less alone. And then the third kind of posts are going to be, we're digging deep into the connection posts here. The first two types do foster connection, but these go to a much deeper level. So these are the ones where you pause and you think about your audience's emotional state. What are they going through right now? What are they experiencing? What are they feeling? Because honestly, the holidays are not easy for everyone. There's financial struggles, family struggles, the general pressure to make everything perfect. This time of year can feel really, really heavy. And that is why we want to share connection posts. They can be really simple, but they can also be really powerful. It's just like a quick inspirational or motivational reminder that kind of gives them the sense of, I see you and you're not alone. So for me, my audience is moms, small business owners. I could do something like, gentle reminder, you're doing great. It's okay if the cookies got burnt or the gifts aren't perfectly wrapped. What matters is the love you're putting into it and the memories you're making with your kids. Something easy like that. Again, it doesn't have to be a ton of thought or a ton of work or these fancy reels with a bunch of editing. We just want something that will resonate deeply and show your audience that you see them. Because when people feel seen, they trust you. And also this time of year, lots of people just really need that reassurance. So given the time of year, given how overwhelmed you are, how overwhelmed everyone is, connection posts are kind of key to break through that noise of the constant sales and constant ads. They're also really quick and relatable and easy for you to create. So like you can do it without losing your sanity. Also, it's okay to post less right now if you just do not have the time or the brain space to handle this. That is totally fine. A couple posts spread out, you can create them all and then schedule them so it's done and you can worry about other things. But you have the personal posts that are quick and relatable, storytelling posts that are deeper and more emotional, and then those last connection posts, which are really just kind of the warm hug, the inspiration that your audience would need. So think about your specific audience and what it is they need to hear, what it is that they would relate to right now, this time of year. And then all of these posts help you show up as someone that your audience can trust and connect with, so that after the chaos of the season is over, when you do go back to selling, if you're not doing that right now, you're at the top of their mind and you've already fostered that connection and built that trust to convert followers into buyers. And if planning your post out strategically like this is something that is just not in your wheelhouse and makes you cringe every time you think about planning ahead, or thinking about strategy, this is exactly what I do inside my membership Content Clarity Collective. Each week, I send my members timely, strategized post prompts so they know exactly what to share even during the busiest of seasons. It takes the guesswork out of content creation and makes it so you don't have to go chasing trends or anything like that. I'll put a link in the show notes so you can learn more. And let's talk about what not to do this time of year, because the last thing you need right now is to waste time and energy on stuff that does not work, that does not help. Do not overcommit. You do not need to post every day. Seriously, no one is going to check their feed thinking, wow, I wonder why Maria skipped a post on Tuesday. A few intentional posts are so much better than a flood of rushed ones, okay? And number 2, don't post just to post. Your post shouldn't feel like an afterthought, like you're just throwing things out there to have something. If you're not feeling inspired, skip it. It's better to post nothing than to post something that feels off-brand or forced. And number 3, try not to stress about analytics, the metrics that you're getting on your posts. Reach and engagement might be down this time of year, and that is okay. There's a lot going on for everyone, so just focus on showing up consistently instead of obsessing over the numbers. I've also noticed lately that it's taking longer for people to see my posts, so if you're worrying early on, it might just be they haven't seen the post yet. Like, instead of getting the majority of my likes and comments within the first day, it might be over a few days. And then it starts picking up. And I think that could very easily be attributed to how busy people are right now. So even if it feels quiet now, consistency is what is going to keep you at the top of mind. So when January comes around and everyone is ready to re-engage, to work more on whatever it is that you do, you're already going to be at the top of their mind. And if you're feeling super burnt out and thinking, oh my gosh, I need a system for this, especially moving into 2025, I've got goals to reach and I need a plan to get there. I have got you covered, because in January, I am actually hosting a free 5-day challenge to help you create a stress-free content plan that's strategized for sales, following my 5 steps to sales Instagram strategy. So you can have an actual plan to reach your goals instead of running around like a chicken with your head cut off. I'm going to break it down step by step so you know exactly what to post and why, and how to make sure your content is all working together to lead to consistent sales. So stay tuned for the sign-up details, because I cannot wait to help you kick off the year with a plan. And once you publish these connection posts that we talked about in this episode, I would love it if you would either tag me in the comments so I can see it, or DM it to me. My handle is at socially.yours.strategist. So tag me in the comments or send it to me so I can make sure to give your post some love.
Thank you so much for listening to Mompreneur Mastery, Simple Instagram Strategy for Busy Moms. If you were listening to this episode and found yourself nodding along, I would love it if you would find me on Instagram and send me a message telling me your biggest takeaway. My handle is at socially.yours.strategist. And don't forget to grab your free 1 month of Conversation Starters content calendar so that you know exactly what to post to get more comments without spending hours brainstorming Instagram post ideas. You can get it at sociallyyours.biz/content-calendar or head to the link in the show notes.